to T.D.T Talk, where we tell you
the damn truth.
Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
What to do, co-host? How are you today?
I am good, co-host. How is you?
I'm making it.
Girl, I don't know what's in the air. Something is in the air. It's
All good.
got people off their equilibrium.
Look, I feel like I've been sick for a month, which really I have. Because after I got it, my daughter got it, and it's just a bad infection. It's not COVID, it's not the flu, it's not strep. Tested negative for all of that. It's a nasty something. My daughter got it, and my son got it, so he's sick this week. And it's like I can't get away from it, so it's lingering. But to God be the glory, it's gonna go away.
Amen.
That's the flame. Okay.
He said it.
So y'all feel my pain, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look, we both said it at the same time. Look, I don't know about y'all, because see, people gonna join us. Y'all already know we about to cut up. But this week,
talk about it.
This week, y'all,
tell us.
Have you ever had a week where you just wanted to clothesline the nearest mother sucker in your vicinity?
Testify.
But then you have to realize that you got bills to pay, hills to climb, and a mortgage provider that don't give a damn about your attitude or your testimony. Look, this week has been biblically stressful, and biblically, this was some Old Testament trials and tribulations that I've been experiencing this week. And I don't know how many of y'all have experienced Old Testament trials and tribulations this week, but damn it, we made it. We made it.
We in here.
We here. I don't know who ain't got a drink in your cup, but pause for the cause. The Lord turned water into wine, and I will bless his name at all times as I drink this Stella Rose. Because look, what the devil intended for evil, the Lord intended it for good. Hallelujah.
Oh my God.
Hallelujah.
Look, Carl, please take extra sips from me. I'm trying to hydrate, so I only have Gatorade.
Girl, get your Gatorade. Electrolytes up.
Trying to hydrate, but please have some sips for me.
I got you.
Out there, y'all get your glass and have some sips for me too. Check with us. Make sure you like, subscribe, so you get your notifications when we come on, and share, because we about to get all into these relationships and mental health part 2.
Yes.
Share with your friends. Bring them on in the conversation. The more the merrier. Y'all know we have a good time together.
We cut up. Cut up.
Yes.
But look, Sharon, I got a song, because see, when the Lord wants you to know that he's intended for you to go to the right rather than the left, for me, he brings things through music. And I don't promote, a lot of people don't really care about that because they ain't giving me no coins. Who's and however, T.D.T promotes PJ Morton and JoJo, they new song called My Peace. If y'all ain't heard this track, baby, it says, if you're coming with that negativity to disturb my energy, I'm good. I'm done. You will not affect my peace. I said, Jesus, say it to the people in the back, because they ain't heard you. They couldn't have heard you, because they wouldn't have been in my direction had they have heard that message. Lord, y'all, my peace. Check it out. The track is fire. Fire.
Hey, look, I thought you was going to play a little piece of it for us tonight.
I was going to play it, but y'all know how YouTube be, and I don't need them to try to monetize and, try to dim it down, because I need everybody to get this message tonight. We can't have a censor it.
Yeah. Okay. My chair don't want me to be great tonight, but it's okay. We're going to keep this thing rolling. So, disclaimer, Carl and I are both mental health clinicians. We are therapists. So everything that we talk about, we are going to relate it back to mental health. Tonight's topic is always a fun topic because we're talking about relationships, but we may say some things that could possibly trigger you when we start relating it to mental health. If that does happen, please, please, please reach out to us. We do have Miss Naisha Diggs, who will be able to get in touch with you and make sure that you get the help that you need. All right. So look, let's start it off. Welcome to T.D.T. Talk, where we tell you
the damn truth about relationships and Black mental health. Hallelujah.
There it is. Can I start off with this? It just seems like there's so much going on in the world with Black women right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much going on. And, you know, we just had the boy in Buffalo that went to the grocery store. I mean, every day there's something new that's coming out. Like, he sought out this store. He visited the town in March. He was there the night before. The intentional evil that's going on that we've been dealing with for hundreds of years is happening, seems like more abundantly. But also the violence that we are doing to ourselves, you know, the Black on Black violence, that never ends. But then also Black women, more and more often in the news, we are seeing where Black women are committing suicide. Y'all, we got to talk. We got to talk to each other. We have to destigmatize mental health. It is okay for your life, for you to feel like your life is totally, totally messed up right now. I won't say everybody, but a lot of people's lives are messed up right now. And at some point, everybody's life is messed up. But there is another way. So, you know, Suicide Awareness Month is like September, but I really want us to be able to focus on it all the time because it's taking us out. You know, that heaviness that weighs on us where we feel like we can't go on or we don't have another option but to just not be here anymore should not be our option. We need to come together as a people, Black women, Black men. You know, we need to support each other more. So this topic of relationships, it's very timely. We'll be discussing what some of these relationships look like.
I'm ready.
Oh, I got a live studio audience member.
I am ready. Hey, Donna. And look, LaSwain kind of broke it down, and I like this. He says, no such thing as Black on Black violence. We can't be the only race that says that. No one ever says white on white or Chinese on Chinese. And I think that's true. I feel like
I don't do that.
Society has planted these stigmas in which we continue to perpetuate. It ain't Black on Black violence. It's ignorance begots foolishness.
I received that, Swain. I hadn't thought about it like that. Thank you. And yes, Black women are the most underprotected women.
Yes.
We got to do something different. You know, I noticed how Naomi Judd, first of all, when she said that she died, I thought she was, you know, maybe sick or something, and she passed. But I noticed that it didn't say how she passed, right? So as a clinician, okay, you ain't got to tell me. I already know how this thing works. Anytime they do not announce how you passed, nobody slips and says how you passed, we know it's suicide. Okay, you ain't got to tell me. I already know. So when it came out, I mean, I was behind the ball and didn't get the news anyway on, you know, when it happened. And I was looking for information and it said suicide, and the family wanted to keep it quiet. But they decided to go ahead and talk about it so that they could control the narrative.
But I thought, so in my eyes, I thought that was pretty good because they're sharing with the world that is true. And I follow, y'all know me, I don't really care about a bunch of celebrities, but I do keep my ear to the ground. And in there, they were talking about, she said like a month before, like she was struggling. She was struggling. And that's the one thing I want people to begin to understand. When someone tells you something, take them for face value. Because in that moment, that could be them reaching out for help, be it suicidal ideation, be it relationship issues, be it just own personal negative thoughts. We all experience them. But if someone reaches out to you, let's be a helping hand to our brothers and our sisters and our friends and whoever may cross your path to get that kind of additional help. They might just need someone to listen, to get them through to the next day. And that's one thing that I really did appreciate about the Judds coming out and speaking their truth about their mama. Y'all, suicide ideation in itself, that's no joke. And it's one bad thought that begins to spiral, and then another bad thought comes in, and then another, then another, then another, and then all is left in your head is negative thoughts telling you we can't handle this. You should kill yourself. You'd be better off dead. No one loves you anyway. And over time, you begin to embody those negative thoughts. So when it comes to mental health, we take this very seriously because we see day to day what mental health looks like from various levels. It could be very minute to very severe. Me and Sharon worked in a 24/7, 365-day crisis unit. Like we've seen it all. And it's the world is going to hell in a handbasket. And I don't know about you, Sharon. No, I'm pretty sure I can speak for this for the both of us. We grew up at a time where our grandparents warned us we were living in our end days. And I don't know about you, but I was like, bro, stop wishing that on me because you lived your life. Like let me live mine.
I was like, don't shorten mine because you ain't
because you tired of it. But as the world turns, y'all, we're seeing it. This waking up each day is damn near a soap opera. Who gonna die? Who gonna shoot up people? And is the government ever gonna hold anybody responsible? If you guys haven't seen the post that is posted in our Facebook group, please make sure that you come on in. We welcome all thoughts, all opinions respectfully. Act the fool, act up, get slapped up. Y'all know I'm here for the shits and giggles.
People, we die.
I will roast your ass and then delete you real quick. But the one thing, just touching briefly on what you had said, the Buffalo shooter, when he said the vaccine made me do it.
No, that was his auntie. Did he say it too? I know.
Yeah, he said it too.
He did.
The aunt had said that, he was really paranoid, didn't want to get it, and then eventually caved in and got it. And then they slowly saw something. You slowly saw something developing, but y'all didn't think to get him no help.
She was trying to say that COVID and the isolation was the reason why he did this thing. So you trying to tell me he said after he got the vaccine, it was the vaccine.
He blamed it on the vaccine. He blamed it on the COVID vaccine.
Is that equivalent to saying the devil made me do it? Because I can start that. I can start back saying that again.
Pretty much.
If I can blame it on the devil, I mean, please.
It just baffles me how these individuals committing crimes of a lighter pigmentation, they get escorted out of the place they have recently done a rampage, murdering spree. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in my hometown, the Dark Knight release, when he shot up the movie theater, they let him outside, handcuffed, and gave him a cigarette.
I remember that. Yeah.
They gave him a cigarette.
Well, the guy that shot up the church, the boy that shot up the church in South Carolina, they took him to Burger King after he had them on a 2-3 day chase.
And apparently he was hungry. And, they thought, why not? You're not going to get a decent meal again. So, hey. But, Breonna Taylor, sleep in a house that she was paying for, apartment, whatever you want to call it, her residence, sleep,
wrong house,
murdered. George Floyd was televised. His children will never have a day where they do not see that day replayed over and over. There's countless Trayvon Martin, y'all, I could name them all, whose and however, they were unarmed and didn't even make it. These people have AR-15s, the whole lot, and you want to talk about the amendments and the right to bear arms. Well, damn, how many arms do these people keep getting allotted? We have a cigarette ban, an alcohol ban, but your ass can purchase a gun at 18.
Yep.
You know how many 18-year-olds are still scorned from high school? And this is relationships right here in itself. Relationships, your relationships with your community, your relationship with your family. All in all, 18 years old, you can purchase a gun. And let's be honest, how many of us were 18 and we are, hell, how many of us were teenagers and our world revolved around high school? Who was the popular? Who was the jocks? Who was the head cheerleader? That was our ecosystem. And then when we graduated, that light switch didn't click off. I was still pissed off because they tried to jump me in the lunchroom.
Oh, no.
I'm still holding a grudge. Oh, yeah, girl, they tried it. And if you ever see this video, I hope every time you sneeze.
It was videotape.
I hope every time you sneeze, your back crack. Try Jesus. Don't try me. There's just a little break. But yeah, Sharon, okay. I'm sorry. I just had to go on that because it's baffling me how many white folks get a kill a people spree card and black people can't even sneeze in Burger King and make it out alive. I'm just not understanding that.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see the comments. If you can read them, because my voice ain't working.
Hold on, let me see where you at. You know what the big problem is? Our people will be quick to pray and slow to move. Tag.
Okay. So I just did a workshop for the AME Zion Church district that my church is in. It's 22 churches. And I did the workshop on breaking the stigma. LaSwain, you are absolutely right. Absolutely, I do believe we should pray. Because I'm going to pray. I'm going to say Jesus first,
Amen.
But at the same time, I need to act. Okay. You got to do something. There has to be some action with this prayer. This is what we were taught growing up, right? Oh, just pray about it. My pinky toe hanging off. Oh, just put some tape on it and pray about it. Come on, y'all. Better. We have to do better. We have to acknowledge when our mental health is being affected, when all these negative things in my head won't stop. We got to be able to be honest and talk about those things and not feel like we are weak, because that's the stigma. Having a mental illness is seen as a weakness, a sign of weakness. We don't want to be weak. We don't want people to know our business. What happens in this house stays in this house. All of these things that we are, this code of Black culture that we are bound by, that keeps us in a limited space where we don't even utilize the resources that we do have access to. Y'all got jobs now. We ain't on the fields no more. You got insurance that you don't even use. You won't even have a copay for your mental health for most insurance companies, and then they'll find a therapist for you. Psychologytoday.com. Put in your zip code and scroll through the pictures. I mean, we have access that we did not have before. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So I did challenge the pastors of my church district to do more. Start talking about mental health in your church, in your sermons. Talk about it so that your congregation will feel more comfortable when they're sitting there praying hard. They come every Sunday and they falling out at the altar praying. You know something wrong with that person. And look, okay, let's not even.
We ain't going to church right now.
No, all right, let's go to church. But we all know the people in our church who need to see a therapist. Okay. Okay.
They sit in the first pew.
We all know
usually have the title of mother.
No, not the mother. The mother don't know. We know who they are. I'm not with you with the mother. We know who they are, y'all. We need to encourage our church family, the relationship that we have with our church and our community, to get the mental health services that they need.
I agree.
Get off that. But that stigma, y'all, is
Horrible. All right, let me
yeah.
see. Then he said they will not hold them responsible because they are trying to prevent the inevitable. Them becoming the minority by 2050, and that's a fear. That is a fear. I understand.
What is that theory? The one that
The evolution, is that the evolution theory?
no.
No.
It's so white guy, I can't think of his name, but he's been pushing this theory, and it comes from, if I'm not mistaken, some of the KKK leaders. I read up on it. It's not coming to mind. But Swain, I know you know the theory I'm talking about because the guy quoted it in his 180-page manifesto that he posted on Facebook a couple of days before, or some social media. It wasn't Facebook, some social media outlet before he actually committed this crime. Does that say a little? Go ahead.
And then he goes and says, little Timmy can shoot up a location and he's troubled. Quan walks into the store and they kill him because he fits the description and they paint him as a thug. And that, Swain, you hit the nail on the coffin. Every white person who has committed an atrocity, they automatically jump straight to mental health. They had a troubled past. They recently lost their job. Their mama told them they can't get no more cereal because they hit 18. And it's always some traumatic event that done led them to kill, not just, in their community, shoot up all the houses. No, they're targeting specific communities of color and committing murder. You're plotting this. The boy drove months ago, looked at it, scoped it out, came back, rat-tat-tat-tat, and tried to end everybody's life. Like, at some point, when are we going to hold them accountable? We have 1 out of every 10 judges finally, barely, kind of, sort of, making a movement of holding these people accountable. Let's be honest. President Chester Cheeto, American boss at its finest, should have been thrown in jail. Him and his corrupted children should have been gone. But no, through litigations, through loss of information, he's still chilling, still collecting a pension.
Yeah.
Baffles me. Swain then says that's why we need to be armed. And because of Swain, peace that surpasseth all. You can't purchase a firearm at 18 anymore. You've shown your age. Now look.
Is that in all states?
Nope, that's not true because so I love when people try to come for my age. However, it was just proven in an article on Wednesday. A lot of people found a loophole by buying firearms at the age of 18 online. So now they're creating a policy that will prevent you from being able to purchase a handgun, any type of weapon, ammunition online without a real ID being scanned, verified, all of that. There's always that gray area and people found it. That's how a lot of these 18-year-olds got those legal guns.
Okay, I thought some states where you were 18, you could still legally purchase one. But also your parents can, I think there was a loophole where your parent can gift you a gun.
Yep, and that's what Slane just said, and they're not held accountable. Did you guys hear there was a poor kid? He was going to a magnet school, and I want to say it was a young little black boy. Took his mama's handgun. She was a legal owner. It was under the bed as a protection. I'm assuming it may have just been her and him. It didn't really give that in the article. But the handgun went off in school. He had it in his backpack. The handgun went off in school and injured someone, not life-threatening, but it did injure him. And they had booked the mother. Come to find out, all of her papers were legit, legal. She bought it, registered it, the whole nine. And so the judge reduced her bail to $1,000. And I was like, there we go. That was the mother that was responsible. She wasn't sitting there flaunting it. She kept it under the bed as protection. And, but y'all, we gotta,
Yeah.
with gun safety, and the only reason why I can speak on this is because of, y'all know Swain, my boy, but he has children ranging from young to teens. And my God, babies, he's taught them gun safety.
Mhm.
And y'all, we gotta stop that notion that our child is too young. They're
Mhm.
too young. They're so frail. Oh no, no. Okay, and this little frail ass done learned 17 cuss words. He know how to mix cocaine because it's in
Oh,
every rap song known to man. And if you got a daughter, she could probably twerk better than your wife. So let's stop holding these children like they're itty bitty. They don't know no better, because that's not the world we release them to when they go to school.
very true.
Because I'm raising my son to be good, but there's little knuckleheads that's influencing my child. I can't protect them. I'm not there. So if you have a gun, be smart. Teach your child about it, the
Mhm.
good, the bad, the ugly, because if you don't teach them, they find it. It's interesting. It's a toy. I've seen this on Call of Duty, and they're not going to make rational decisions. They're going to act on impulse. Oh my God, this is so, so cool. Teach your children. Give my
Yeah.
boy Swain about a year or two, and he'll be doing programs teaching how to teach your kids the right way for firearms. We
Amen.
give about 2 years. He gonna be good, licensed, and ready. Sorry, I
Amen.
just had to go off on that.
No,
Uh,
look, I'm a gun owner and I've taught my kids about gun safety. But even when I was a kid, my granddaddy was in the country, Virgo, and he wanted to bring me and my siblings out there so he could teach us how to shoot guns. And, that's
mhm.
just what we do in the country. I wanted to go. My parents, they never let us go. And I just don't understand why. Because you need to know that. My kids, there are ranges where you can go where they will teach your children.
Mhm.
Um, about how gun safety and also how to use a gun. I think there's a place in Raleigh that's the closest here, but I do plan to make sure that my children know how to safely use a firearm. We don't have the country land, where we can go out in the
Yeah.
backyard and shoot like back in the day. But it was just an opportunity that was missed by my parents, and I'm not carrying that on. My kids
Yeah.
will not.
No, we have to continuously want to move and progress forward, y'all. This backwards ass thinking that we were raised on, let's keep the morals and the
Mhm.
values, let's keep those. But those fears and stigmas, let's diminish that, because that's
Right.
what's continuously holding us back. It's
Absolutely.
2022. And I'm
What?
sorry.
No.
Them what's the when they be in the school with the drill, hide under the table? I cannot say that that's what I'm gonna teach my son. If the window is open and you hear it in the hallway, haul ass.
The
Right.
mass shooting drill.
Yeah. Uh, Ebony said he purchased the gun after he threatened to shoot up the school last year and was
Yeah.
under mental health evaluation.
Yeah, they cleared him. They did a mental health evaluation and cleared him. Now let me just say something about this mental health evaluation to get you back in school. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Literally
you.
all they want us to do is to Columbia. Google it. Um, we have to ask you some questions based on how you answer those questions. We rate it, and based on your rating, it lets us know if you are a threat to yourself or others, or if not. And legally, we have to go by this assessment to clear you to go back to school. So there needs to be more that's
Well,
done.
would you say it needs to be more, or there needs to be more clinicians like you, me, and the people that we know? I've done.
Because look, I
I've
can
done some.
I will do a Columbia. And
Real quick.
first of all, I can smell bullshit. Okay. And when you answer these questions, you can either just take it at face value, or you can be like me and on that open space at the bottom, plus the extra piece of paper I'm gonna add to it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the one I'm gonna sign with my credentials. That paper is gonna say, I strongly believe this person was not answering the questions honestly. However, I do not clear them to go back to school. And I've done that. I've done
And,
that.
and see, sharing nice, because y'all, I don't let your parent be there, because I'm gonna hold you accountable as well. Parent continued to add interjections as clinician begin to engage in the assessment.
I never let the parent even be around.
See, well, when you do virtual, you
Yeah.
got what you got. But me, baby, you blink too long, and I'ma think you're suicidal, and they ain't ready to go back. Cough, fidget. What Sharon did. No, mm-mm. We meet me in another week, and we'll reassess this. Until then, enjoy virtual learning. God bless. Catch you in 2 weeks.
I'm gonna err on the side of caution. We're not gonna play these games. We're not
Mm-mm.
not with my name on the
Because
side.
a real clinician, y'all, one thing people need to be mindful of is it's our name, it's our reputation. And I do not want that. Like, I don't really give a damn about a lot of things. Those of y'all that know me, I really don't care. Say what you want to say. I'm gonna hurt your feelings, but I don't care. But when it comes to mental health and it comes to other people's kids that could be affected by my decision,
Oh,
I hold that seriously,
yeah.
very seriously.
Mhm.
So it really just depends on the kind of people that you are. But a true clinician that's there for the change versus the coin. Like, I love the coin. Could it be better? Hell yes.
Yeah.
But that's not my driving force. So yeah, that's my little spiel on that.
Oh, so
um,
was go ahead, Carl. Read
oh,
it.
go ahead.
This
uh,
no.
you said what?
This part I didn't know.
Okay, Swain says if you are under mental eval, you can't purchase a weapon. So the gun shop is now liable as well. That is definitely true. If you have any type of evaluation going on, you're not supposed to be released a weapon.
I thought he was cleared of the mental health evaluation.
But if I'm not mistaken, and
Under
Swain, you
mental
can
health
speak on
care.
it, I thought it has to be a certain amount of time. It's some years that have to go by before, if you were even just like the military, if you have a mental health, there's some years that got to go by before you can apply again. So,
Yeah.
but Dwayne, you let us know. All
Yeah.
right,
Under mental
let's
health.
touch on these 2 points, girl.
Look, y'all, we weren't going in that direction tonight. But when a guy lays something on your heart, you just gotta follow it and speak on it. So I
Amen.
hope it's helpful to whoever needed it. If it wasn't you who's on the show, then it's for your friend, and you know it's for them. So go ahead and talk to them, and find me on Psychology Today.
That part.
All right. So, Carl, we are picking up with manipulating what love looks like.
Yes.
Toxic relationships. So manipulating what love looks like.
I'm gonna let you touch on this first.
When I hear manipulating what love looks like, the picture that pops in my head is one partner manipulating the other partner. So what I see in my head is, oh, I love you, I love you. Slap, slap, slap. You get on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
But I love you. I love you. I'll do anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, well, he said he loved me, but yeah, he beat me. But then he said he loved me, and now he's doing this extra stuff, right? Because your actions show too, along with your words after you came across my face. And now that's making me believe that he loves me. So this repetitive cycle that has now started, because now he smacked you many times. And I love you, smack me, I love you, smack me, I love you, smack me, over and over and over. He has now manipulated what love looks like. Or she. Because some women, look, we are women, we done laid hands before too, okay?
Amber Heard.
She has manipulated what love looks like to this guy, and that plays on the person's self-esteem. It causes other mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. Carl, what are your thoughts about manipulating what love looks like?
I'm about to hit you.
What would be the purpose for someone doing that?
For me, I believe someone that does that's insecurities. And you see this a lot when it comes to females. And I'm speaking on it as a male and having male friends, female friends. That toxicity comes in with a woman that constantly belittles her man. Oh, my baby daddy would do it. I bet you if I called Tyrone, I'd get that money. So you're constantly comparing your current relationship with the previous relationship, and that there can cause self-esteem issues for a man. Now I have to man up like, I bet you he can't do it like me. Now I have to increase that masculinity. I have to assert my dominancy a lot more. Women, y'all are very good, very, very, very good at manipulating things to your benefit. Another case in point, withholding sex. Withholding sex as a form of manipulation. You can't taste the kitty, you can't feel the kitty, you can't smell the kitty, none of that. That's manipulating. That's creating a toxic environment within your relationship. When you're using sex as power, when you are presenting with those narcissistic traits, we're going to talk about that, but that's manipulating. If you loved me, you would have bought me that bag. If you loved me, you would move me to a better location. When you have to add love and equate it with something of sustainability, that's manipulation. Oh, you're on mute, girl.
I'm sorry, but listen, ain't over there cutting up. Talking about simpler and Jada did it the will, but this is the one I really want to get to. Let's go, and then we'll go get Tyrone. Well,
ladies, I'm so tired of y'all sometimes. Women, y'all quick to use, I have a headache. I have a meeting in the morning. It's that time of the month, and it's the third time in that same month. That's the longest cycle I've ever seen in history. That's not, and y'all quit. The moment we tell you you don't get none of this granddaddy, big daddy long stroking, then all of a sudden you in DMs. You done slid through several DMs.
Can I just be honest?
That's manipulating.
Can I just be honest?
Mm-hmm.
Swain had to add one to the list. I'm tired. Now, the I'm tired might be the only honest one. That might be the only honest one. But I'm sorry. Look, if you are getting all of those excuses from your partner, I just want to go ahead and tell you that she don't like what you bring to the table. Okay.
That part.
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you the truth. But if it's good and we like it, we want it all the time. We ain't got to turn that down. What a woman won't do is send a perfectly good man with some perfectly good D on about his way. We're not going to ignore you. We're going to pay you a lot of attention. You're going to get all the attention, okay? You're going to be in the number one spot. So there's a problem there in that relationship. Now, and here's the thing. It may not even be that the sex is bad. That may not be, it's probably great. The problem is she don't like you.
That part.
Just don't like you.
That part. That's true.
I'm about to fall out my chair.
Now look, ladies, let me tell you this. I'm speaking for the older gentlemen. Them young cats got something to prove. You feel me? They got something to prove. And I feel like in a relationship, you always want to keep it muy caliente. You want to keep it hot, sizzling. But the way my AARP is about to be set up,
no, sir.
And the way my joints get to acting up when it's raining,
no, sir. This is
hot or cold. I'm not doing a marathon, okay? This is a race. If I get there first, next time work harder. I'm not young no more. I can't get Charlie horses and keep pounding through it.
This is why I'm trying to date younger. Because 35, you 35, 34, hit me up because AARP, come on.
No, see, and Sharon only saying that because she's better get a lidocaine patch, bruh, on my thigh, ankle, and hip bone. The hips don't lie, but damn, they tell you when you get old.
Oh,
who would tell you when you get old? What Sharon needs, y'all. She needs a Mufasa.
Yes.
Who was raised by his grandparents in his prime of 20. Sharon needs somebody that's gonna blow her extensions to New Orleans. That's what Sharon needs. Sharon needs a 6-hour blowout and she'll be fine. That's all I'm saying. But that's manipulation.
All right, so that's when, you know what, I had never put the female spin on it before as manipulation, but call it what it is. You're right. That is
manipulation.
Yeah, and then, you know, it turns these relationships toxic because the person that's being manipulated, their needs are not getting met.
Mm-hmm.
And in a relationship, your needs have to get met some kind of way. So then both of you are out here just kind of doing willy-nilly whatever, and it's just not making a positive environment.
Yeah. Well, so can we talk about it too, though, Sharon? Like, social media is making this toxic trend look appeasing. And if you were born in the 80s and 90s, choking was only meant to be in the boudoir, in the bedroom, in the Legion of Doom, in the boom boom room. I got names for the bedroom, okay? That's where the choking went. But you don't walk into the house and then just choke a motherfucker by the neck and throw him against the wall. Because if my wife grabbed me by my neck, like, I'm gonna go to fight or flight mode, and this may not end very well. Y'all seen the Marvel when the Hulk grabbed Loki and was just like pow 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 pow? Like, that would be me. Y'all know my wife's small. Don't put your hands on me. You know, there got to be some kissing and some licking to let me know, oh, we getting nasty. Okay. But if I walk in the house and you slap the shit out of me, we about to knuckle up. The fuck you mean? Who you putting your hands on?
That's an offense. Yeah. You know, you're right. You're right. Because so we talked about aggressive sexual intimacy last time. And like they are highlighting it and trying to make it seem like this whole, what was that, 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
32 Shades of Stupid. I mean, they're trying to make this seem like it's the way that you have sex nowadays. And it's absolutely not. Nobody, look, that girl has self-esteem issues. Okay. She had depression. She had all kind of issues.
Daddy issues.
Yes, if you are in a relationship with someone who's allowing you to be sexually aggressive with them on a regular basis, or if you are the person who wants to be sexually aggressive, like if slapping somebody turns you on, if choking until you're about to pass out, like, turns you on, I'm not opposed to anybody's kinks. But if you feel that you are dominating that person in any way, I believe that's when it's a problem, because then it's no longer about the sex
at all.
That is not a kink. That's something going on in your head.
That's power control.
Absolutely, and that's wrong.
And Sharon, can we? Because somebody said it. We gonna come. Swain said he blames city girls in Future. Y'all, now look, I blame music as well, because you know, people are very impressionable. Your parents ain't around. They ain't, especially in the Black community, y'all tend to shy away from the conversation of sex. And not just regular sex, but like porn sex. Let's be honest. Now you can see porn on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.
It's right there.
It's everywhere. When we were growing up, it was Playboys. What's the girls one? Playgirls, Hustler magazine. And you know, we had to be real slick and, you know, rip a page out, fold it up, put it in your wallet. And then when you go to the bathroom, you know, nuck if you buck real quick, get your nut, you good. But you can't do that nowadays. And families, y'all need to talk to your children and let it be a realistic conversation, because what's happening, and as a therapist, I can speak on it. What's happening is kids are watching porn, and y'all, there's various categories. There's some good ones, some real good ones, but there's other ones that are not realistic. And it's teaching your kids that this is what sex looks like, feels like, and this is what you should do. And now you got some sociopaths him and little heifers up in the air and having their panties attached to the ceiling fan, and you got 3 of them. That's not realistic. Megan Thee Stallion said, Your Honor, I'm a freak being handcuffed and leashes. Handcuffs and whips are a beautiful thing with responsible adults. Girl, you on mute.
Responsible. Look, keyword is responsible. So off the kids, what about the adults? What about
adults?
The grown people who believe that? Let me ask this question. Let me just ask this question. But I don't want to pass any judgment on anybody. But we clearly know what porno sex look like, right?
Yes. Good times. Good times.
It's not the reality of what your sexual experience should be like every time with your partner. Am I right? It's
You're
not
right.
the reality. Okay.
You're right.
Okay. So for these grown behind people, these grown behind men and women, I gotta wait for my studio audience member to leave.
Okay, gotcha.
Viciously. Thank you. I had to bring me some agua. So what happens when you have these grown adults who want porn star sex all the time? Now, is something wrong with that? I don't want to judge.
You want my opinion?
Yeah.
I don't think it's something wrong with it. There are some people in this world that have very high libidos. Cool. Your sex drive is running. You are a Brahma bull 24/7. That's fine. But when sex is leading your life, that's when it becomes an issue.
That's an addiction.
There's porn sex that can be had in relationships. That's anniversaries, a raise, your birthday, once a month, right after church service, and your wife got that nice little dress on showing her thigh. It's moments like that. Who's and however, I'm gonna let you know, I can do porn star sexual activities good, very good at it. Part lesbian, definitely mouth like a hurricane. Who's and however, I'm getting older. I don't want to get lockjaw and have to explain to people why I got that. People need to be realistic. If you can Megan Thee Stallion knees, if you know your knees got 30 seconds, stop at 25. Stop at 25. If you want somebody to park that Big Mac truck back in your little garage, that's a whole nother level of freaky.
I don't know why I let you keep going. Why don't I cut you off sooner?
Because it's true.
That's what the audience is asking me. Sharon, you should have cut him off at least 45 seconds ago.
It's true. I'm just saying, be realistic. And like Sharon said, we ain't shaming you. If you want to try some new things, nipple clamps, do you. We here for that. I don't want to watch it because if it's gross, don't turn me off. Stay my business. Who's and however, be realistic with yourself. Stop trying to compete with the next person because you might be able to cook. And that nasty hoe down the street only knew how to suck. It is what it is. Work into your blessings is all I'm saying. If you don't got Meg knees, be Meg's side.
Yeah.
Be Janet Jackson's former color on your back.
I cannot.
That's all I'm saying.
I cannot. So if you have one person who wants, because we're talking about needs and wants in a relationship, if you have the one person who wants the porn star, the porno sex all the time, and you have the other person who does not, they're not compatible, but you have people in a relationship together, right? And me just thinking about this thing, it's going to cause an unequal balance in their sexual relationship. And I do believe that in a relationship, you need to have a sexual balance. And when that becomes unbalanced, then one person is dominating the other person. And that can cause a problem. So I do believe that could be the incompatibility in sexual relationships can lead to the manipulating of what love looks like. Because if you love me, then you'll let me have sex in this way that you don't even like or enjoy, or it makes you feel like less or lower than who you are. Like it messes with your self-esteem to have sex a certain way. you know.
Okay, let me ask you a
If
question, Sharon.
I don't want to be treated like a porn star in my relationship, but if
Mm-hmm.
I allow myself to have sex like that in a relationship, I'm gonna be affected by that because
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna lower my self-esteem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got a question.
Sure.
So, Sharon, you're in a relationship. We
Mhm.
already know you're the leading cause of why Freaknik was shut down.
I
So, with
cannot.
that information being said,
That's a rumor, y'all.
if you're with a partner and is it manipulating if you are experimenting? What, like, can we talk about that? Is experimenting a form of manipulation? Because I think one thing that we haven't talked about with the relationships and mental health is communication.
Mhm.
Being able to communicate with your partner. This is what I want to try. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be stuck in this realm of freaky, but I want to dip my toe in it, see if I like it, just a little
Okay.
bit.
I
But
do.
what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I absolutely believe that's a big part of communication in your relationship. Nothing wrong with experimentation at all. You may find something that you like through
Mm-hmm.
experimentation that you did not think you would like, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But also you may find things that you don't like. And it should be okay for you to say, no, I don't like it. But if the other person absolutely loves it and want to do it like that all the time and you don't like it, that's an incompatibility issue and that's a problem.
I got one more thing,
Go ahead.
and then I'm done.
Go ahead, because I answered that
Ladies,
really well, didn't I?
you did. You answered that beautifully. Ladies, okay, because I'm tired of the fellas reaching out, asking me questions. Now, ladies,
Here we go.
it is not cheating if your man watches porn, okay? I'm going to tell you this from my perspective. I know some females. They husband bet not turn on Pornhub, and I'm like, girl, you stupid as hell if you don't think he in that bathroom for 45 minutes claiming he taking a deuce, and you think that's all he in that bathroom doing. But okay, do use this. But ladies, that's a form of respect. We know your boundaries. You may not be into anal. You may not be into bondage. So they watch porn to fulfill that need. They still freaking you down. But I feel like, ladies, y'all, it's too much control when it comes to sex. And was it Little Kim that said it's the power of the PUSSY?
I believe she I believe she
Buddy,
did.
power of respect
When
is
back
the key to life.
this is serious, you went to Lil Kim, but yes.
Yeah, so y'all, it's true. There's power in that. And ladies, y'all be doing too much. Y'all cut it out. Cut it out. Damn it, it ain't cheating. Now, if he know the porn star's number and IG, then okay, maybe that man may be cheating. That's the
Okay.
difference.
Okay, so it is not physical cheating, but it can be seen as emotional cheating because he has to be neglecting his woman in some kind of way. Well, let me ask that question. Is he neglecting her in some kind of way? Or is he
Nope.
just entertaining himself? Oh, he
Just
just
entertain him.
likes to watch porn.
No, ladies. Okay, look. Case nobody told y'all. There's a difference between sex and busting a nut. Okay, it's a difference. It's a difference.
Right.
Sometimes men just like it because it's like Tylenol, a NyQuil.
Yeah.
One quick sleep, you good. Don't even got to disturb you. Sometimes we don't want to enter the boudoir and have to go through a pantry list of how beautiful you are, how gorgeous you are. You're such a phenomenal woman. We love you unconditionally. Finally, take off your panties before we can get some. Sometimes we just want to and be done. That's the truth of the matter. Because, ladies, there's some of y'all that be like, oh, I don't give head. I don't like my kitty cat ate. Don't do this. You got way too many rules and obligations, and all you want is the pound town? Like, where is the intimacy? Men love, y'all, for the women that don't know, men love intimacy too.
I don't know.
We love it. We like to kiss on the nape of your neck, lick down the arch of your back, kiss your inner thigh. That gets us revved up. Some people like toes. I don't fuck with that. I love you from head to ankle.
Don't knock nobody's.
Yeah, I ain't knocking you. I'm not doing it. I don't care if it got whipped cream and sprinkles. I'm not putting your foot in my mouth.
Yeah, Carl, I disagree. I think guys like intimacy and long-term committed relationships because you're fucking bored. You got to do something extra to make sure that spice is there. But if you ain't in no long-term committed relationship, y'all ain't about that. So, yeah.
That's the men you have dealt with. You.
Hey, I didn't say all. I may be speaking about my friends because I only roll a very specific way. But yeah.
But I'm just saying. Let's read some of these comments because
go back too far.
Yo, you got to go. There you are.
Look, let's Ebony. I had to clutch my pearls too because I don't know what he's talking about. Carl ain't got no sense. 6 hours exactly. He ain't got no sense. I don't know what he's talking about.
I blame city girls too.
Okay, yeah. Let me walk in the house with my wife. Okay, look, to each his own.
To each his own.
But can she yoke you up every single time? Like, are you gonna start looking at it with the side eye? Like that's the only thing that turns on.
Is your pain? Mm-mm.
I can't with him. I cannot with him.
Come on, that should be a t-shirt.
The Swain is fine. I cannot with you. Ebony is a porn category. What?
It sure is. Sure is.
Oh, well, look at that. Okay. A lot of times men turn to porn for fun or neglect from their women. I totally agree with that. I agree.
Yep.
Anytime you turn to something to fulfill a need, it's because your needs are not getting met by whoever is responsible for meeting them.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes men, we have active imaginations, and your spouse may not enjoy role playing. So I go to Pornhub.
How can I want to give this one some kudos here. Look, y'all can't see the star I put on it, but yes. No, I don't think it's T.D.T. I'm sorry, Carl, but I saw this comment. I had to go to the Amen corner with Ebony on this one. I'm sorry.
It's true. Y'all, and sometimes men like to watch their women or spouse, please themselves. We like that stuff too. Y'all always want to sit and watch. Like, let us watch too. Like, these are the things in relationship and mental health. Like, it's toes. The hell you say? See, that messed me all up.
Look, no. See, don't knock another person. We don't judge here. We don't judge.
No judging.
It's not what we do.
I ain't doing it. Okay, so lastly, y'all, because we could get on this for a minute. The mental health issues. We kind of talked about it a lot throughout we talked about certain parts of mental health throughout this conversation today. But when it comes to relationships and mental health, I think people need to begin to be mindful of what depression looks like. What depression looks like in a relationship, i.e., Jada and Will. What anxiety looks like, i.e., Will and Jada. You see how we flip the people around for those? Bipolar, Jada.
You think?
Hell yeah, she is. The elevator ain't up to the top floor. It has not hit the penthouse. She hovering.
Okay.
She hovering.
That's something.
And then even like narcissism.
Can we just go back? Can I just say honestly what I think it is with Will and Jada?
What do you think it is?
Not put enough emphasis on compatibility in relationships. They are not compatible.
Yeah.
Not. They got together and they tried to make it work. Society thought it was cute,
Mm-hmm.
They tried to go with it. They may have liked each other. They may get along because Will Smith is funny. How can you not have a good time in his presence? I feel like I would. But
I feel like it would be annoying after a while.
It probably is to Jada. She probably thinks it's corny,
It's like living with a parrot.
It may not be her thing because if you think about the guys that Tupac, August Alsina, I think she just took advantage. Talk about manipulation. He a
crybaby thug.
But she like a thug. She like a thug. It's a little different. Got a little artsiness to him. Because Tupac was on a whole nother level. He wasn't really a thug at all. He was a sweetheart. He just had an edge. He did have an edge. He had mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
But He had an edge, and but he was creative. He was
Mm-hmm.
creative. I believe that's what attracts her. Will
Yeah.
Smith, he's done many of movies, but I don't see him as he's a rapper, but I don't see him as being that creative type. You know, maybe
Mm-hmm.
there's another word like that artsy type.
That eccentric or
Yeah,
eclectic type.
that person that kind of like thinks on that whole other spiritual level, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Definitely not him. But I think compatibility is right. And I think the compatibility, but when we also go into more mental health issues, there's those narcissists. There are people who have those narcissistic traits that is almost like that's toxicity within itself
Mm.
because it just keep building.
So the narcissist is the one that's manipulating the other person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the narcissist wants to make sure that this person is always feeding off of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually the narcissist needs that person to feed off of,
Mm-hmm.
But I need this person to add to my grandiose thoughts of myself. I need this person to feed into all this energy that I'm giving because I love this attention. I need this attention. I have to have it, all of these terrible things. The narcissist is the one who is manipulating the relationship, and then they make you feel bad about it, right?
Yep.
They make you
Flip
feel
it on
bad
you.
about yourself. You're the problem. You're the reason why things aren't right. When it's them, everything that they're doing, but it's all it's a woe is me. I've never done anything wrong. They lie about everything they've ever done in their life. Like their whole life is fictional and made up. Like, yeah, those narcissists are the ones.
They something else. But look, I'm gonna end it with this part. Borderline. If you want to see what borderline looked like, watch the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case.
I have not watched. Who's
that is some. You said what?
Who's borderline in it?
Amber. That lady, man, she an actress for real. Cause that chick, you don't know. Even looking at her, you don't know what's real and what's fake coming out of her mouth. She goes from being this emotional individual who was so traumatized by him to then explaining how much she really loved him and wanted to see him grow. But you hear audio of her talking cash money, things she would do to him. I'm like, girl, that's borderline.
Wow.
Yeah. And yes. Have you heard? Look, we're gonna end it with these last comments, but y'all, have you heard Kendrick Lamar's new album? Have you heard it, co-host?
I love it. Yes, I saw the video where he's changing faces. Oh, I love it. Jada would love him. Jada would love him.
But I think Kendrick got a wife?
It don't matter. I'm just saying that's her type.
Yeah. I think Kendrick's girl is the type to bury her and join the search party. I don't think that's what Jada wants. But y'all, the album, if you have not heard it, it is good. And it is really talking about a lot of the mental health, a lot of the culture of Black people. It's talking about our secrets in a way that shed light to it. Auntie's Diary, Father Time.
I haven't heard the whole album. I heard it was the one song of the video where he's changing faces. I've heard that one. I'll get the whole album since y'all.
Please go. It's on Pandora. It's on all social media platforms.
I'll go get that.
Sorry, that's my little plug. All right, Thank you, Ebony. LaSwain said you're right. I've listened to that album nonstop and put my wife on it too. Willow has come out in social media asking Pac to come back to make her mama happy again. Yeah.
That right there is a mental health issue. But we'll keep
Ebony said, yo, Amber stares could kill. That woman, she be looking at the camera or whoever the photographer is and cameraman, they on point. They catch that heifer looking like a serial killer every time. Every time she turned her head, it looked like that damn thing just gonna spin right the hell off. She creepy.
My God.
She is creepy. LaSwain said my dog stepped on a bee. Go to timeout, Swain. You sleepy.
Uh,
Donna said, I could not watch her. It is something about her that looks scary as
I,
hell.
I have to go look it up on YouTube or something.
Have
I'm
you
gonna go find.
seen The Bride of Chucky?
Don't go there. You're gonna give me nightmares. Don't do it.
Okay. That's who that
Chucky's.
Amber Heard looked like.
That's oh my gosh.
She looked like that little girl. Wife and two kids, they are on the album, man. See, I
Right.
knew it was his wife. Kendrick came
Yep.
back with nothing but smoke. He came with the smoke, the lighter, and the rap. This album is fire. And if this don't win album of the year, I don't know what. It's probably gonna be some hot girl twerking song. Silent Hill is his best song. Nah, that's what she said during his cross examination. And
Oh
then
my
that
God,
is,
it's gonna be.
oh,
Oh,
she did. My
okay.
dog stepped on a bee. That is what she said.
Brad
And then,
Chucky.
yo, somebody needs to do a comparison and put the Chucky doll, the Bride of Chucky, and Amber Heard.
I think you gonna be able to hook that up for us.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it just because.
Yeah, I know we can go on and on all day, especially talking about relationships. But we have had another incredible conversation. Make sure you like, subscribe, get your notifications because we come on every other week now.
Mhm.
Sometimes we switch up because we got lives and families. Excuse me.
Yes, that part.
And then share with your friends. Somebody needs to hear this mental health talk. Someone needs to know that it is okay to not be okay. There are other options. You do not have to feel like, so my quote, it is not okay. It's never okay to feel like you have to navigate this world alone.
Amen.
Black clinicians right here ready to be employed. Okay, we accept insurance. Also, hey, if you have a kink, enjoy your kink, but make sure that you are not dominating the other person and not meeting their needs, because that is a problem. You know, it cause your partner to have a mental health issue. Your wife could have depression right now because she's been trying to live this lie you all these years, her needs never getting met, only your needs being met. And then really nobody's needs are getting met inside the relationship because she's not a willing participant. She probably gave you all them lies that we heard earlier. I'm
part.
excited. It's that time. All that long list Carl gave us. And that leads to other relationship issues as well. So, guys, let's be honest in our relationships. Let's understand compatibility, acknowledge it, and accept it. I believe that's truly the only way that you are going to be successful in a relationship.
Amen. I'm giving my 2 cents because Sharon trying to sound all philosophical and philosophical and all that stuff. I'm gonna say this: it's 2022. Damn it. We got self-driving cars. You can see a doctor online. You know, a lot of celebrities went to jail for the PPP loan. Anything is possible, damn it. Anything is possible. Don't knock it until you rock it. And communication is key. Communication is key. In any successful endeavor, communication is key. And try it, y'all. It's 2022. You know, if you want a finger in the, you do it, try it, see it. You might like it. You know, handcuffs, try it. Don't degrade or put down your spouse, your lover, your situationship, your entanglement because they want to venture out and try new things. Missionary is only good, but for so long. If you've been with this person 30 damn years, missionary is cut. We need a new position.
I have one last question. I'm sorry to be bringing up something new, y'all, but Carl, you just jogged the thought. Okay, so when you try something new, right? Your partner loves it. You, not so much. I'm okay if I never do it again. Is it okay? Is it okay for the person who don't like it so much to feel obligated to have to do it to please their partner? Because we're talking about this marriage thing, right? Where you're supposed to take one for the team sometimes and all of this wonderful stuff, right? Is it okay?
I think it is okay to come with a compromise. You're not going to like everything that your partner likes. Who's and however, there's a reach around to everything, pun intended. There's a reach around for everything. And you may not like this, but let's try this. There is too many moves, positions, toys, restraints, paddles, whipped creams, flavors. It's too many things not to try something else that you both may like. And it could have been, it's communication. What didn't you like about it? Was I too fast? Was it too forceful? Was I too slow? Did I finish too quickly? Did I not finish quick enough? Having those conversations without being on defense, being able to have an open form of communication, because y'all, if you think your sex game is immaculate, that could be one person's opinion. That may not be your spouse's opinion.
Okay.
But if we talk about it, we can improve it. I can work on that.
I ain't never had no complaints before, because ain't nobody, women, we don't have our voice when it comes to sex. I'm talking about y'all. I'm not talking about myself. Some women don't have a voice when it comes to sex, and they feel like they can't speak up for themselves. I actually know quite a few relationships that have ended, where the sex ended years before the relationship. Mm-hmm. And the spouse is just not trying to completely understand and comprehend that, I'm sorry, men, I'm sorry, guys, we don't cut it off unless we just don't like it or we just don't like you. That's probably one of the two. So, compatibility, communication, and compromise is what I heard from you, Carl.
Yes. And we're done. Lastly, ladies, stop being so scared to be nasty. Stop being so scared to be freaky. It's 2022. Embrace. You like your booty smacked with some whipped cream. Damn it. Enjoy it. I don't know. The Lord is watching me. He watched you take a poop. That didn't stop you from doing it. Damn it. Neither will this. Keep it going. That's all we got tonight for T.D.T. Go ahead and hit that end, baby. Go ahead and hit it.
Welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie. 3 T's, no lie.
Thank you. Tune in next week. Same black channel, same black host, and we'll holler at you at the same black time. Bye.
Bye.
Right.